Welcome to Andy Patton's Anti-Patterns, your playbook for your DevOps Agile Digital Cloud transformation. No prior experience necessary. This is your one best way, best practice program to digital nirvana. Today I am joined by Thorla Prasher, Paula Trasher, Paul Thrash, Paulie Smasher. So Paul, what do you do?
So I'm Paula Thrasher, and I lead digital transformation. I've been an executive for large companies, especially in the defense and aerospace business. And over the last couple of years, I've really helped companies learn how to deliver better value, safer, faster, and happier.
So defense, you say. So that's good. So that means you won't turn away from a fight. So
no, not at all.
Because obviously, DevOps is a battleground. You need rules, you need bureaucracy, you need powerful, oppressive leadership from the top. You need, very importantly, you need one way of working. You need your playbook. You don't want people thinking for themselves, do you? Or they'll mess up. And you need the frameworks. You need to squash the rebel alliance, seek them out and crush them.
I actually think that you can't really force. I think if you kind of get in there in your bossy pants and you tell everyone what to do, it really demotivates people. It's actually not the best way to lead a transformation. I think if you're going to ask people to make a transformation, you have to really, invite over inflict. I mean, I don't think, the usual way of just telling people what to do is the way to actually get them to buy in and actually contribute to your transformation.
If people don't conform, then obviously you need to outsource them. Captain Trasher, you need to get rid of the prima donna techies, and you need to surround yourself with rather excellent managers. Managers are the ones who actually get the work done. You need to hire more project managers, I have found in my experience, to write down the work in order to hand it over to the prima donnas who you've successfully outsourced to another location. Managers really are my kind of people. I really feel at home with lots and lots of managers. You need the people to run the meetings, ensure that people are meeting their drop dead date milestones, ensure the status reports are written and submitted, that the requirements are perfect. You need to spend longer on your requirements to make sure they're right before being handed over. And very importantly, you need to hold people's feet to the fire, otherwise they will slack off. Onshore to offshore in one easy step. How do you do that, Captain?
Well, first, I tell you what, I think the challenge with, you hire contractors is the contractors get smarter and then we get dumber. So if you really want to change your organization, if it really matters, you have to actually invest in your own people because they're the ones that are going to deliver value. And, I think that a good high-performing team is self-organizing. You still need managers, but you also need to bring the whole team together and really help the organization deliver value. If you outsource this to the contractors learn how to deliver value for your industry, but you don't. I think it's a real mistake.
So obviously defense, so not an IT company, not like Facebook. And so therefore you don't really need your IT geeks. What you want people building spaceships, jet engines, rockets, I presume.
Right.
So obviously you should outsource IT because it's not your core competence in aerospace or defense.
Yeah.
There's this great company that I know of, Andy Patton's outsourcing software development company, got a great location in Kazakhstan. It's a joint venture with Russia and China. It's very secure indeed. People cycle through about every 8 weeks. No one's around long enough, so there's no security breaches. No one's ever there long enough to pick up enough information. They all follow a very rigorous, certified, really agile practitioner training scheme, cookie cutter training program, and they all follow the one best way playbook. So Captain Trasher, I'm very happy to offer you my services should you wish to outsource more IT, which obviously is the best way forward. That must be what you're advocating.
Here's something I found for actually working in the defense industry and things. Often over time, contracts were set for a very long time. So actually, the people we had and the people that work in government agencies, I mean, hardest thing to do is to fire a government employee. It's nearly impossible, right? So you actually have to take the people you already have and use them to make your transformation. You can't just like send them off to China or Russia. And even if you did send them off to China and Russia, which I don't recommend any defense company try, is that it's back to the issue about you're really not growing organizational talent around your value proposition. What is it? And in the military, it's not necessarily value like financial value, it's mission, right? We've got to achieve a mission. And it's pretty hard to achieve the mission if, it's the person of the week. It's not replaceable resources. You've really got to optimize for your own organizational learning.
And for your own organizational learning, by the way, that is a great chocolate cake. It's awesome. Anyway, optimize for your own learning. DevOps. DevOps is hot. You need more DevOps. I can provide you with some DevOps.
Well, I mean, I agree, actually. I'm with you. You do need more DevOps, but, I think you need to be careful about why. Why do you need DevOps?
Never mind why. You need a DevOps team. Or even better, if you're really good, you need a DevOps. You need one single DevOps. You put them between Dev and Ops, and you're good. So you got your Dev, you hand over to your DevOps. Your DevOps hands over to your Ops. Then no one has to change their ways of working. Ticket-based development. You raise a ticket to your DevOps to say, here you go. These long-lived code branches, which have been open for months, are now available for you to do the code merge, dear Mr. or Mrs. DevOps. Once every 3 months, you raise the ticket. The DevOps does the merge and then ships it. Dead easy, nice and cheap.
Yeah.
Just have your DevOps.
Yeah. I think the thing about saying we're just going to have a person is that the idea is really, I think the concept behind DevOps was really the whole system. It's the entire way we think about how we do work. It actually starts with how we come up with the idea and the mission and how we actually deliver that, the whole process. And if you just say, oh, it's one person's fault, you're picking one bottleneck, right? And the real goal, I think, is to, first off, the role-based silo is a terrible pattern, right? That's having everybody organized by flavor is not effective. You should really organize by the value you want to deliver. And then beyond that, I think really what you're trying to get is, you're trying to empower that learning and get smart people and smart teams of people, and then have them let the robots help automate and make things go faster.
And that's good. And you need to do Agile right as well. So you got your DevOps, you got your devs who need to do Agile right. You keep it to app dev. You don't want to involve the business. Some worry how to do Agile, but in my experience, it's very easy. You need stand-ups. You need to have a shed load of Post-it notes, at least pre-pandemic. You need Scrum Masters. You take your business analysts, you rename them to product owners. You take your project managers, you now call them Scrum Masters. Bob's your uncle. You score highly on your How Agile Am I test. You make sure you're level 4 out of 4 on your Agile maturity model. Or alternatively, you hire contractors from Andy Patton Software Development Company in Kazakhstan who already are level 4 out of 4. Now you're Agile. Now you're drinking the snake oil. So then it doesn't matter that you only go to the DevOps once every 6 months with a ticket. Am I right?
One thing I actually learned in one of my transformations is you would think all the Agile stuff, magic results and suddenly you're delivering better value. But actually, you have to look at that whole life cycle again. And one of the things I find is that sometimes Agile teams are deploying stuff too quickly to the DevOps or the Ops team. And the end result is you still can't get things into production. You still can't deliver value faster. So the benefit of looking at the whole life cycle and not just Agile for a small subset of one silo is that you're actually optimizing the entire process of value delivery, not just one area. And actually often everybody goes faster, but the whole thing goes slower, right? To me, it doesn't work how Agile you are. It's how your results. What
It
value
seems
are
to
you
me-
actually getting for the business?
It seems to me, Captain Trasher, that you like messing up homogenous workplaces and ruining the standardization and the standardized work. And it amazes me that you actually get paid to do that. You must, tell you what, you must be a really good salesperson if you can convince people to bring you in to do anything you mentioned on this call. I guess if anyone out there is interested in hiring Captain Trasher, call 1-800-TRASH-CAPTAIN now. So that wraps up another Andy Patton's Anti-Patterns, your playbook for your DevOps Agile digital cloud transformation. No prior experience necessary, your one best way, best practice program to guaranteed digital nirvana. Tune in next time for someone more commercially savvy than Captain Trasher, which won't be hard.
Hi there, John Smart here. Andy Patton has left the building. If you haven't caught on, Andy's my alter ego, an advocate for anti-patterns that act as a headwind to delivering better value sooner, safer, happier. Maybe you can identify with what Andy believes are best practices. Hopefully, you're experiencing what our guests are advocating. And to be clear, my role as Andy Patton in this series is 100% parody. All of the guests have signed up for the intentionally uncomfortable banter and insults. Learn more about these anti-patterns and patterns for better ways of working, leading to better outcomes in my book, Sooner, Safer, Happier, available in all formats. I also encourage you to attend the virtual DevOps Enterprise Summit Las Vegas, taking place October the 13th to the 15th. The DevOps Enterprise Summit events and community are near and dear to my heart. I truly believe it's one of the best places to learn from the actual experiences of our peers and to make new and lasting connections.